Oh, girls and boys, we are on EllrayJakes walks the plank. And we found out yesterday that a plank was something off of a pirate ship that people have to walk when they're getting rid of the person. The person walks the plank. And you know what? Let's think if we could predict. Why would EllrayJakes have to walk the plank? What would make him have to walk the plank? What is something that he would never want anybody to find out? What do we know so far? Peyton, what do you think?
That he's a pirate.
You think he's a pirate? Well, I think he might like pirates. What else? What else, Ferris?
I think he wants to be a pirate, but he made an accident. That's why he has to go.
I like that thinking. So it's on the same line as hers. Like, he wants to be a pirate, and he had an accident that makes him have to walk the plank. What could that accident be, Isa? What do you think? We can't hear you. You don't know what the accident could be? What do you think, Avery?
I'm watching the fish, but not watching the captain.
So he's watching the fish, the class fish, right? Why would the author go through all that description of the fish and then have an R.I.P. Rest in pieces. I mean, peace. R.I.P. Rest in peace in the fish bowl. So I need your eyes up here, your pencils down, your ears open, your minds ready. Two Shakes is the name of this chapter. Two Shakes. Sitting on your bottoms with your pencils down. I need you all to be safe. Since we can't go on vacation, my mom got the idea of taking a vacation at home. Okay, so Dad works at a college, and they have spring break, and they have two different vacations, and that's why he's saying since we can't go on a vacation. So far, it has been pretty fun. I have to admit. If he has to admit it, I wonder if he really wants to admit it, or if he doubted it in the beginning. Here's how we've spent our time. 1. Alfie and I take turns choosing what cartoon shows to watch in the morning, which means that every other morning we get to watch something good. That's when he chooses. 2. Also, we have been on a couple of picnics with Mom. 2 hikes until Alfie complained her feet were too short to hike. Ever again. Oh, I think she's an exaggerator. And 3. We went to see a movie one afternoon, but it was for 4-year-olds like Alfie, not 8-year-olds like me. The popcorn was good, though. Who here has discussions at home about what to watch for movie nights? And it's so hard to make everybody happy. Some of the older siblings want to watch one thing, and some of the younger siblings want to watch another thing, and then the parents have to kind of decide who gets to pick, right? Yeah, sometimes it's kind of a drag, but you got to compromise, right? We even went to the San Diego Zoo one day, and then we surprised my dad by visiting his office at the college. It really was a surprise for him, too. And when my mom went to get a cup of coffee, Alfie sat on the office photocopy machine and copied her own. I cannot say that.
Wait, I know what you copied. What? Just say it.
I can't say rear end in school. That's not nice.
Oh, you just said it.
I can't say that she copied her own rear end. That's just impossible for me to say at school. I can't. I'm going to skip it. Let me go back. Alfie sat on the office copy machine, sat on it, so picture it with your mind, and copied her own beep. Luckily, she was wearing shorts at the time. Whew. And Then I dropped a giant box of paper clips on my dad's office floor, and they went everywhere. Here's a little summary. Popcorn was good. Paper clips everywhere. Everywhere. Hey, let's demonstrate that. I'll just throw a box of paper clips. No.
Okay.
Bad idea, bad idea. What was I thinking? Dad said he had a meeting pretty soon after that, so Mom and Alfie and I left. Do you think he really had a meeting, or is he just trying to, like, get rid of everybody? Oh, gotta go. Swimmy is confused already, Alfie tells me, pronouncing my name wrong as usual. And I like the name Swimmy. It's my favorite book by Leo Leone. I love Swimmy. And our family should be the ones who gets to name him because we're the ones who decorated his fish house. That is part of her crazy explanation. Is actually true. Miss Sanchez already bought Zip a bigger bowl because his old softball-sized one was too small and Zippy was growing. My mom is the one who brought him a castle to swim through. Mom writes fantasy books for grown-ups. That's why she loves castles. And that's also why Alfie and I have such weird names. Alphaletta, which means beautiful elf in Old Saxon, which no one even speaks anymore. Probably not even the Old Saxons. And Lancelot Ramon for me. Lancelot was a guy in a famous old story. Ray. Ray. Get it? So Lancelot Raymond is his name, but he goes by Ray. Ray. But they make it look like Ray. Ray, but it's it's Ray. I have other names. Can you put that away? It keeps falling. All right. And yes, a substitute teacher did say my name out loud in class one time last fall, and it was a disaster, especially because I'm the shortest kid in 3rd grade, even counting the girls. Aww. So how could I fight back when kids started teasing me? Especially the sometimes mean ones like Jared Matthews and Cynthia Harbinson. But getting back to Zip. Even Dad got interested in fixing up his new bowl. He gave me a half a geode to make the whole place sparkle. A geode is like a trick rock. It's one of the coolest things in the world. All geodes are round, gray, and boring on the outside. But if you cut them in half with a special saw, there are beautiful crystals growing inside where the hollow part is, and hollow means empty. It's like there's a surprise present inside each one. So now Zip's sparkly geode sits right next to Mom's castle. But Zip doesn't even notice it. I guess he misses Miss Sanchez too much, or maybe he's still mad about Texas. Remember Miss Sanchez went on vacation for spring break to Texas?
Yes.
So those little dots going up, those are thought bubbles. Maybe, like this is his prediction. Maybe he's just thinking about the teacher that he misses so very much. Are you okay? So if you are writing and your character wants to say something, maybe they are thinking something first. And they use thought bubbles. Those little thought bubbles to think it. Yes. But Zip does care about food. And that's where I come in. Feeding him is my job this spring break. I give him 2 shakes. Oh, that's the name of the chapter, 2 shakes. Now I know what that's for. 2 shakes of goldfish food, first thing in the morning, and 2 shakes of goldfish food just for before bed. I have to admit, it's not as much fun as I thought it would be. Call him whatever you want, Alfie. I don't care. I tell my sister, giving up. You're not the one who has to feed him. I'm the one doing all the work. I could feed him for the rest of the week, Alfie says. Nuh-uh, I say, turning back to my video game. It's way too hard. Please, Alfie asks, and her face crinkles up. Oh no, this is a bad sign with her. It's the crying sign. Please, she begs. Well, I say, giving in, maybe just once, just at night. But I'll show you how. Oh, I know how. I have been watching you, she says. Just 2 shakes, I remind her. Just 2 shakes, and I only get to do it at night, she repeats, so happy that even she makes me smile. Which I'm also doing because I've accidentally tricked her into doing one of my chores. Girls and boys, you do not want to see this picture. It will be devastating. Make sure the top is on tight. Make sure the top is on tight. It snaps. Oh, so I'll see you later, I say, hoping she'll take a hint and scram. Okay, she says, hopping off my bed. See you at supper. Bye, Elway. That was easy, I think, getting back to my game space creatures and their terrible fate. What could go wrong? Girls and boys, that's the end of the chapter. It ends with a question. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could go wrong? I'll show you. That could go wrong.